Good morning, YouTube. It's morning here, at least in Sydney. It is friggin' freezing, but we've got to play guitar every day. So let's do a lesson. Question from the Patreons today. Thank you to the glorious Patreons, the kind and generous folk. Wesley Evans asked a question, a very in-depth and very intelligent question that I would love to answer to the best of my ability. Basically, the Phrygian scale. Wesley said something like, "What is the Phrygian scale? Is it true that it's the third note of C major, blah, 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 blah." He was talking about half step, whole step, the kind of like the stepping thing. How can we use the Phrygian, and tell us a bit more information, basically, something like that. So without further ado, this could get slightly longer than I like my videos to be, but I will do my best to explain it, although our camera woman is frowning because it's freezing, so let's do it as quickly as possible. Yes, the Phrygian is, so if you take a C major scale, that's the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. On a piano, that's the white notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, all the white notes on a piano. What Wesley said is exactly correct. So that's obviously, C is obviously the first note of C major. D is the second note of C major. And yes, E is the third note of C major. Now in guitar, E Phrygian gets played probably 99% of the time because it sounds awesome. E is a great key for guitar. It's used a lot in flamenco. Metallica use it a lot. So Phrygian and E Phrygian are almost synonymous on the guitar. But another part of Wesley's question, can you play it in other neck positions? Yes, you can, and yes, we will today, if we don't freeze to death. The third note of C is E. So if we just play that same C major scale, so it would be like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, but instead it's going to be E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. It's the same if you imagine the white notes on a keyboard, but we're just starting and finishing two notes up. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D. That's the E Phrygian. It's often referred to as a scale. I think it's actually really a mode because the scale is still C major, but the mode is starting and ending on the third note of C major. That makes it the mode. Cool. So a common place to play it from the low E string, E, F, G, and then on the A string, A, B, C, 0, 2, 3, and then 0, 2. So that's a pretty classic E Phrygian. You can go up the string. So 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. Now, of course, the question is, what the hell are we going to do with the thing? Well, a great chord to use is E minor. So I'm simply playing that E minor chord, and then I am improvising within those notes we just learned, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. We don't have time right now to go into the full history of music theory and every single thing that every single person knows about it, but basically chord construction. So from C major, you've got your chords. You've got the one chord is a C major, the two chord is a D minor, the three chord is this E minor, 4 is F major, 5 is G major, 7 is A minor. Did I skip one? I think I skipped one. And then there's the B half diminished, and it takes you back to C. 4, 5, 6 is A minor, sorry. 7 is B half diminished, C. So any of those chords will work. I can't, as I said, I can't tell you everything all at once in one YouTube video, but the chords of C major will work. Very classic E Phrygian sound. It's just that E to F, E minor, F major. And here's a little clue with that. So what a lot of guitarists, myself included, often do, you play the E minor with the middle two fingers. That's pretty normal, and that's a very comfortable way to play the guitar. But then I see a lot of very awkward and uncomfortable chord changes to make an F chord. Far later in my guitar playing career than I'd care to admit, I realized you could play the E minor with the two outside fingers, the third and the fourth finger. And I only play an E minor chord like that if I know I'm about to play an F chord. I last night turned the stereo up nice and loud and got a Symphony and Metallica, pumped that and played along, and they're using that E Phrygian sound so much. So they're just going. kind of thing, pretty classic, that E to F kind of sound. There was something else I was thinking about from that Metallica thing. Oh yeah, the Metallica song Wherever I May Roam. I'll just quickly show you. So that's obviously open low A string, then 7 and 8. And then 10, 10, 12, 8. Classic Phrygian riff. There's a bit of a chromatic in there, but on the A string, 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's a cool Phrygian sound. Now, Wesley, the next part of your question was like, can you move the E Phrygian around the neck of the guitar? The answer is yes, of course you can. The first thing we have to do though is find a spot to play it that has no open strings. When we're using open strings, generally navigation is more tricky. When we use open strings, we basically stay in the open position. I feel like the clock's ticking because our beautiful camera woman's just shivering there. We could go inside, but it's such a people know the bush now. People like the bush. Okay, we're going to come here. Well, no, let's go back to where we did the C major scale. So I'm going to do an E Phrygian, same notes: E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Anywhere on your guitar neck where you find the notes E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E will be an E Phrygian. So this is an E note. Next to an E note is always an F note. That's the half step you were talking about. After a F note is always the full step to a G. So they're the first 3 notes of our Phrygian. Anywhere there's an E note, like the 12th fret of the E string, half step is F, full step is G, and so on. I can build the whole scale from there. Anywhere you can find those notes, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, anywhere you can find those notes is an E Phrygian. When I was much younger, I practiced many, many, many hours basically to know the notes across the fretboard. That is simply done, not necessarily through rote learning, but there's definitely no way to do it without a hell of a lot of time put in. I do have videos on that, but this is a good exercise. So you might just try and find every E note on your guitar. So E, E, E. If you're being cheeky, there's a harmonic. And so on. Did I do that one already? And from each E note, you could play either the full scale, or here it's too high, but like I could go. That's just E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E. And so on. That'll be a great way to start to learn your fretboard. Or you can do what I often do, to be honest, which is scale fragments. So I might not do the full scale, but I might find every E note on my guitar and just do E, F, G. Something's gone crazy in the bush. Wow. They're going crazy out there. They like the sound. E, F, G, F, E. And I might just wander around the instrument, finding these little Phrygian fragments. That kind of thing. You can play the Phrygian very nicely as a kind of 3 note per string kind of thing. Once again, very Metallica. And I'm just using mainly that E minor and that F major, but as I said, a D minor is nice, C major, A minor, and so on, basically the chords of C major. I hope I have explained something partially useful for you, Wesley. I apologize if I've skipped over anything, as it's quite a, it's a question that deserves a deeper answer than a, I don't know, 8-minute YouTube video, however long this video's ended up being. But thank you for your question. I hope I've helped Patreon Wesley Evans and also all the other people watching. If you have more questions, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments, and I will answer them to the best of my ability, whether in text or by making a video. If you'd like to come on board on Patreon, we get more in depth onto all the subjects that I talk about here on the channel, and you get tabs for everything as well. So please, if you want to take it to the next level, that's the way to do that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And there will be a deep dive on the Patreon channel, including some funky new scales and bit more information on Phrygian. Thank you so much.